taxation provisions to bring down the prices of cars, motorcycles and scooters, mobiles, ACs, refrigerators, consumer durables with the larger objective of revving up the manufacturing sector are the main takeaways of the interim budget presented by the Finance Minister P. Chidambaram on the 17th February. On an overall basis, India INC has welcomed these initiatives. The glitz and glamour of Auto Expo 2014, best expressed by the cars and motorbikes, had a vibrant component in the form of display of new age commercial vehicles at Greater Noida Expo early this month. Of the overall 69 new launches, companies in the CV segment unveiled as many as 10 new products. Primarily centered in hall number 11 of the expansive Greater Noida Expo, a host of next-gen CVs wowed the visitors. Mahindra was present with its Truxo, Traco, Zoom and Toro brands, while Eicher displayed its Pro series. Tata Motors showcased its Ultra range. Another notable presence in the commercial vehicle segment was that of Ashok Leyland's. It's Safe Express way of saying that we care for the unsung heroes on the Indian roads, the driver community. At the recently held World Book Fair at Delhi's Pragati Maidan, the company unveiled a first-of-its-kind coffee table book titled Horn Please, Trucking in India. The book has been authored by Pawan Jain, CMD of Safe Express, and Divya Jain, who heads Safe Educate.
Any trucker who become a truck driver here in India, he become truck driver by circumstances. He never chose his trucking profession because there was no glamour, there is no acceptance in social setup. Hence I thought if we can, because it's a very integral part of our business life also, if we can give some importance, some upliftment of their social setup through this coffee table book. If this coffee table book will be placed in different drawing rooms of stakeholders.
It has taken over 3 years for the company to put together this masterpiece. The company had hired some internationally renowned lensmen who crisscrossed the country to click different facets of the lives of the drivers at different locations.
Last 4 years we were on this project. Divya Jain, my co-author, is from my family. We hired 4 international photographers. They came into India. 2 are from Europe, 1 from Israel, 1 from USA. They came, they traveled across India. They captured 7,500 photographs of these truck drivers in real life conditions.
On an overall basis, the coffee table book celebrates the resilience of the trucking industry in keeping the wheels of the economy moving despite all odds. Safe Express now intends to promote this unique offering in the international markets as well. LT15 Bureau, Delhi.
Let me address this referring to LT15 and how I like to read the issues that you are issuing. And I only wish that you take it further and be more vocal, maybe soft, subtle, calm, but precisely, because there's nobody in today's age and time who is going to say why you are doing this. People are going to say how you did is the right thing, and I only wish you the best.
I've just seen the first episode of LT15. It's a great interactive episode, and I would like to congratulate Logistics Times for such a product. It's for the first time somebody has come with this brilliant idea.
In the face-to-face segment in this episode, I have with me Mr. Milind Chane, who is the CEO of Diesel, which is one of the major LSPs in the country. We are broadly going to focus on how the dip in manufacturing sector is impacting LSP business as such. Mr. Chane, is it turning out to be too difficult a phase to really carry on with the kind of growth trajectory you would like to pursue?
Yes, definitely. It has the entire slowdown of the economy and particularly the manufacturing sector has impacted logistics fairly in a big way and in an adverse manner. As you are aware, the latest figures which have come out have shown that the manufacturing sector has degrown by about 1.6%, negative 1.6% in the last April to December, the 9 months of this current fiscal year. And logistics industry is directly correlated to the economic growth. As a result of which, the growth of the logistics sector has also got impacted. Plus, as you know, imports and exports also have got reduced down. Hence, there is not much growth in the activity for goods to be moved around and carried within the economy or for imports and exports. And that has impacted the growth of not only the entire logistics industry but individual players like Diesel within that. So we are facing a difficult time for achieving business growth this year. Whatever has been forthcoming has been basically because companies are shifting their contracts from one logistics provider to another logistics provider. So in that sense,
just because of the cost factor?
One is cost factor, secondly is they are looking for other alternatives. Okay. So since they have been with one provider and the contract is getting renewed, they are looking at other options. So it's not that the new capacities are being added. No new expansion plans are being drawn out by any of the companies, whether it is in terms of new warehousing space or new distribution channels or new lanes for transportation in that sense. So that's why it is something which is impacting the logistics growth.
Tell me something in a phase like this, and this phase has continued far longer than you would have really imagined or anybody in the industry would have really imagined. Is there any headspace to come out with some kind of alternative formula to offset the negative impact of those mainline sectors and switch over to, something new which should be seen as some kind of alternative?
Yes, definitely. Within this also there are growth areas which are there. It's not that all the sectors are doing badly, though overall the economy is not doing well. For you, if you see the consumer sectors, the impact has been much less. You take the fast-moving consumer goods, though the growth of their volume growth of their industry or their sector has reduced. They were in the 2011-10, they were growing in double digits. Today they are still growing at 5 to 7%. Similarly, if you look at the electronics, particularly the consumer electronics sector with mobile phones, the tablets, the IT products for these consumers, that sector is still showing growth. Then pharma and healthcare are two areas where there is still a growth in the industries. So these are opportunities where logistics players can look at in terms of trying to find the alternatives, as you rightly said. Per se, the core manufacturing or the core sectors related to, say, automobiles, engineering, chemicals, even to some extent consumer durables, the broader consumer durables, have been impacted by the slowdown in the economy, and also the traditional sectors like mining, metals, the agriculture. Those are areas which have been seeing slow growth. But these areas which I just mentioned in terms of consumer are areas which if logistics industry can look at, would give some alternatives. Another sector which is also having a good potential is retail. With retail, not only the FDI in retails and new retail organizations coming in, but even Indian companies are trying to grow their presence in the retail sector. So if you see the plans of even people like Future or the Reliance or even our own group Tata Star Bazaar, with now they have announced the joining up with Tesco. So there are some areas where the retail is growing, and within retail another sector which is showing fast growth is e-commerce retail, which also has opportunity for logistics players. So yes, we have to find alternatives because definitely the overall economy is slow, but then these alternatives should be looked at.
So tell me, I mean, are you in a way saying that this slowdown spell, which has which has lasted for too long, it has in a way taught the lesson to all the typical 3PLs that you need to widen your profile?
Absolutely. In fact, there are if you look at the typical 3PLs, there are two ways that 3PLs approach their business. One is that they try to become sector-focused players in terms of having a niche strategy or a business. So there are people who specialize automobile. There are people who specialize in terms of third-party logistics for pharmaceuticals or healthcare. But if you are in sectors or sector which has been impacted by the slowdown, then definitely you need to widen your capabilities and your service offerings to be able to cater to other sectors. So including like in case of Drive India, we also started looking at other sectors which we spoke about in terms of projects. Engineering was a sector which we didn't have much presence. Then retail and consumer was another sector which Drive India did not have much presence. So we also looked at widening our service offerings and portfolio to be able to have a product or a sector offering which will help us in good and bad times both.
I'm really excited to know this LT15 concept, and I think it's a very good concept, very convenient for the people, and I'm sure it will help to expand the reach of the logistics fraternity across the domain. And I wish Logistics Times all the best. I really congratulate them for coming out with this concept, and I'm sure it will succeed.
Some of you might have come and seen Delhi. As I said, I had
Role of technology in logistics and supply chain. CII Institute of Logistics organized the second edition of this annual conference on 13th and 14th February in New Delhi. The event saw participation of senior representatives of LSPs, end user industry, as well as some noted names from the leading IT companies who emphasized on adoption of advanced technological processes in supply chain operations. The Air Cargo Club of Delhi organized its annual ball on 15th February. The fun-filled evening saw large participation of senior fraternity members. The event offered a host of entertainment avenues to the gathering.